Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you a system that I call Sweet 16, all right? I'm going to do it with a bankroll of $1,000, then with a bankroll of $200. I'm going to use $5 units, okay? And I'm going to show you the pros and the cons. I choose 16 numbers, basically 8 splits, so that's 8 units. 8 $5 units, that's why our first bet is $40, all right? And we're going to spin it, and I'll tell you the weaknesses and the strengths of this system right here. So the first, when you win right out the gate like that, you see we won $50, okay? So we won basically 10 units. We bet 8 units and we won 10. That's the strength of this system. Now, when I go back and I show you my bets where they go, remember I'm choosing 16 and I just switch sides, okay? Sometimes I come down here and play. You can choose any 16 numbers that you want. So there's my 16 numbers. Now, if you notice, there's 12 ways to lose over here, plus 8 more. So that's, what is that? 20 plus another 2, 22 ways to lose. 22 ways to lose, 16 ways to win. So you're going to lose more than you win mathematically, okay? So that's why when you win more than your original bet. So this was our last win, our highest so far is 50. We're trying to get to $250 when our buy-in is 1,000. All right, so let's keep going. This system, I like it because you cover lots of numbers and it gets you back. And I'm also doing it at the Fibonacci, okay? So right now we're at 100, and I'll show you the Fibonacci sequence, how your bets go. You go 1 unit, next bet is another 1 unit bet, and then it goes 2 units, and you add those together. So you add 1 and 1 gets 2. You add your last 2, okay, units. So then 1 and 2, your next bet would be 3. 2 and 3 would be 5. And I will post it up so you can see. So now we're going to make another bet. Let's go down here this time, okay? We're already up $100. That's just because we hit our first 2 spins. This does recover, but after the second level, so level 3, you really don't recover into a positive side, right? Let's see here. Now we're at $60. We're going to repeat. Remember, we go 1 unit, and this is 1 unit again at the $40 level, okay? Those are $5 units, so we're still just betting 1 unit. So if we lose this one, we'd go up to 2 units. So our $40 bet would go up to 80. And we did. We hit back-to-back zeros, which never happens, right? It never happens. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Look, we're still up $20. So we're going to rebet. And then normally I would add my 5 up there, right, to go to level 2. But in this case, I'm just going to double my bet. So now those are 2 units out there, 2 $5 units. That's why our bet is $80. Here we go. You want to look at it as units. The next bet will be 3 units. Oh, we barely missed it right there. So let's check out our stats. We're down $60. But remember, we were up 100. So let's see if this recovers. So there's our $80, right? Our 2 units. We got to add a unit onto those. So this time we will use the $5 chip. And we're just adding units onto those, okay? So now those are at the $15 level, which is the 3 units each, okay? Next one, we would go 5 units, which is $5 each. And we missed again, so we're going to have to, people. It is challenging us right out the gate. We are down $180. Even if we hit this next one, we will not be in a profit. That's all right. It's all right. You know what? Sorry, we have to go. We're going to double that, double it again. Now there's 4 units. We got to put another unit on there, okay? Now we are at 5, whoops, Now we're at 5 units, which is $25 bet on all of these. $25. Here we go. So we went from 5 and 5 to 10 to 15 to 25. Missed again. Ooh, see, lots of ways you can miss, right? Now it goes from 5 to 3. So 5 and 3, it's $8 units, right? So we're going to rebet. There's 5 right there. So we're going to add 6, 7, 8. That's at $40 level now. Ooh, $40 bets out here. That's why you have $1,000 bankroll. This is the bad part of it. Let's see if we can recover. $320 bet. That's why you got to have those bullets. And we won, but let's see how much we recovered. Yep, we're back to $20. Okay, so now we reset. Anytime you hit in this system, you reset. And you should set a goal. So I would say after this level, you have one more bullet and you're done. Okay, so that's the bad part on this one. We're going to go to this top side over here. There's our $40 bet. We're at unit 1, level 1 right now. And we're going to spin away up $20, but we had to make that big old bet, had to battle back. That's kind of rough. That's why when you bet, when you cover less numbers, you win more. But you can win or you can lose several times in a row. Now we're up $70. We're going to bounce back to the other side. Okay, getting these quick hits, those add up. Those are the ones you want. You profit really fast on those, okay? Yeah, so we're about 5 minutes into this and we're up $70. At least it recovered though, right? Remember, that was level 1. Level 2 is the same bet, okay? Our session higher profit was 70. We're going to try and get back to 70 right now. So we're just going to rebet. Remember, this is level 2, which is still just 1 unit, okay? There's our bet. Level 1 is 1 unit. Level 2 is still 1 unit. And we missed this one too. So now level 3, we go to 2 units. So we're going to, first I'm going to show you our stats. We're down $10. We're going to rebet and then double that up to $80, okay? If it was 40, now it's 80. 16 numbers. Still lots of ways to lose, right? We hit that one. Now look. Now we're up $90. We still made profit because remember we started at 70, right? Let's see. This is one of those sessions when I set a goal for like 250 to win. If I get to like 150 or 200, I might even call it a day, okay? Because it's just sometimes it's just fighting you. But you got to keep in mind, we're not betting lots of numbers right here. So to get many win streaks in a row, you will not. You can have some tough times. Right out the gate, we hit that one. Now look, when you get that first win, we're already at $140, right? So we're going to go back over to the other side. And we are right at 7 minutes. My timer just went. I'm sorry, 8 minutes. So there's our 1 unit bets, right? $40 because we're betting $5 a unit. We're up 140. One more hit, he'd be at 190. And the way this started off, I might go get something to drink or something. Yeah. And there it is. Boom. All right. We're up $190. I'm going to stop right here. All right. But you just keep progressing and I will show you the Fibonacci system. Okay. But I'm also going to do it at the $1 level right now. I'm going to reset. But I will put up there that how you go from one unit, the next bet is another 1 unit. And then when you add 1 and 1 together, you get 2. All right. That's your next bet. Then you add 1 and 2 together would be 3. So you'd have a 3 unit bet. And then 2 and 3, you'd have a 5 unit, and so on down the ladder. All right. So let's reset this. Let's go back at $1. Make sure that's reset right here. And let's do it with $1, okay? $1 units, very easy to see. And since the 4 hit over here last time, let's go to this side over here. So our starting bet over here is only $8 because it's 8 units, right? Very simple to see. All right, here we go. And of course, right out the bat goes the other side, right? So at least you can see how this one recovers. So remember, we're still betting 1 unit. We lost 1 unit on level 1. Level 2 is still 1 unit, still the same bet, still the same $8 bet. If we win right here, we'll still be in profit. And of course, we didn't. Remember, there's more ways to lose than there is to win on this system. So when people are showing you systems that 4 numbers, 6 numbers, 8 numbers, trust me, there's a lot of ways to lose, and you will win a lot of times, all right? So I'm showing you the good and the bad, just so you see. So now we lost twice, we're going to rebet, and now we double our bet, okay? Level 3 is a double, and we're going to spin. So even after this one, we will be on profit if it hits. The key words, it's got to hit, right? Just missed us again. So now we have to rebet. That was 2 units. Now we go to 3 units. So what I like about this one is the progression is still low and slow, right? So you're not getting out of control. Look, we're only got a $24 bet here. You're playing with a bankroll like 200 to 300. I'd say $300, okay? Let's look where we're at. We're down $32. We need a hit here, right? We need a win. Come on. 28. We missed. It was below us. So now we were at 3 units. Now we got to go to 5 units, which is a $5 bet. Okay, so I'm going to use $5 chips now. Here we go. Now we're at a $40 bet. Let's check our stats again. We're down 56 bucks. Hopefully we can get a W here. Three misses in a row. You can easily have those on these systems for sure. Finally a hit. Okay, so we won 50 there. And we're still down, okay? Level 4, we still finished down. So we're going to reset, go back to $1, and we're going to go this way, starting over here. Remember, back to 8 units. Anytime you win in the Fibonacci, you reset, okay? Now, obviously, we didn't get in profit right there. So if you wanted to change that around, add more, add another unit onto everything, you'd probably get there a little easier. Okay, so one more time, that was level 1 and we lost. So now we're going to go to level 2, which is still 1 unit. Level 1 and level 2, still the same bet, $8. So if we win this one, we won't net much profit, but we're getting back to our original 0 amount. See, now we're only -4, right? So we're battling back. Let's start. Remember, you can do any 8, right? Any 16 numbers. So I'm doing 8 splits, and we'll just do them up here, just so you can see the randomness. So there's our $8 bet. Here we go. The one thing is we're in it, right? We're not getting destroyed right now, at least not yet, right? All right, so we're going to rebet. Remember, this is only level 2, same bet, all right? Same $8 bet. Let's see where we are, $12. So if we win this one, we'll win $10, and we'll only be -2 now. Let's see. I believe we won. Yes. So see, we won $10, and we're only -2 now. We're making a comeback. Making a comeback. So we're going to come back over here. And remember, you can do these at any level, but the progression gets very expensive fast. Like level 6 and 7, start getting up there really quick. We just keep missing. We can't win that first one. Because remember, I want to show you again, we only have 16 ways to win, all these ways to lose, right? So whenever you're watching these systems, if there's less than 16 numbers to win, 16 ways to win or less, good luck. You're going to have lots of losses, right? Every system has a whole, right? Every system has a negative part. So, okay, so we won this time. Now look, we're back to even. And I don't care what system you play. If you play for 5, 10 minutes and you've got a couple spins in and you're still at even, at least you're not destroyed. And we've had lots of misses. All right, so it's like starting over. Here we go. We're hanging in there though, right? Now imagine if you were increasing your bets a lot and you finally hit it. You'd have been recovered and into profit. But the danger is your bets would be getting up there very fast. Now at this level, I'm only hoping to win like $30 to $50 because I'm only starting with 200, right? 10% is 20 bucks of 200. If I won 10% every time Sandy and I played, we'd be doing very well, trust me. I wish I could get a refund of 10% when we lost. I mean, just 10%, not asking for much. Just give me 10%. All right, see where this one went. So we won that one. Remember, we won 2 times in a row, and that's why we're up $20. Pays well when you hit, pays more than your bet because you're betting less numbers. You're betting less than 50% of the numbers out there. All right, so let's see if we can get this one in trouble. Really challenge it. So we're still at level 1 because we just won the last one. There's our 8 units bet out there. It recovers. It just takes time, right? Another win. Now we're up $30, right? Started with 200 and you got $30 in your pocket. That's not bad. Might be lunchtime right there. And one more. All right, there's our 8 units again. You tell me what you think. Do you like playing 16 or less numbers or 16 or more? Or do you like to, like, if you start at 16 numbers and you lost, would you have taken it up another 4 and went to 20? I do that sometimes, right? Give me a chance to win at a lower level and then up it some. So I like that. All right, so we lost that one. Repeat the bet again and spin. So this will be the last progression through, and we'll see how this system ends up at the dollar level. And we won. Got that one right there. So $32 in roughly 7 minutes. That's not bad when your starting bet is only $8, right? So if I made 4x every time I sat down and played, whether it was blackjack or craps or roulette, if I made 4x of my starting bet, I'd be happy. Hopefully you've seen both sides of these, the goods and the bad, right? Tell me what you would do to adjust it, make it stronger, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We're trying to come up with the best roulette system we can make, people. All right. Have a good day, everybody.